Somebody linked me this. Trump is so funny, man. I know that nothing matters, so there's not even going to be like a consequence to this. It is still very funny in like an unforced error sense because he didn't have to say any of this. Trump admitting he's not going to be able to bring down grocery prices. Obviously. Trump says it'll be hard to bring down grocery prices, pins hope in lower energy costs and better supply chains. Problems. We have some problems. First of all, we are already producing record amounts of energy, like more so than ever before. We are throwing that shit out there. Don't know how you intend on bringing costs down below that. And better supply chains. Me, when I'm president and I hit the button that improves the supply chains. What are you talking about? What do you even have control over? Like from the perspective of the president, what supply chains? What do you mean? That's really complicated. More complicated than gas prices, certainly. There's not, like, at least for that, you can just bump up production. Though we already have bumped up production by quite a bit. Get aboard the Trump train. Choo choo. Yeah, better supply chains, tariffs. Ozempic era is really kind of wilting him, you know? He used to have such a impressive, square, blockish face. And now it looks like he already looked bloated, and now it's like you're popping a balloon, you know? It's not... Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. In an interview with Time magazine, which named him Person of the Year for 2024, this is correct, by the way, like very obviously. Time Person of the Year is just supposed to be the person of the year. It's not supposed to be the best guy of the year. It's obviously him, you know. They didn't have to make him look good in this picture, though. I think I would consider that to be counter-revolutionary. I think they should have made him look shittier. This is the most please hide my gut ass photo angle I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so what are we going to do? First of all, Photoshop this the hell out of the face, okay? And then what if we had your knee, or we're looking at you from an upward angle and we're hiding, like the shoulder pads are coming out to here and here. You know, we're going to hide all of this. Tragically, we can't actually look directly at the Time interview because you know how it is on this channel. We don't want to get copyright striked. It's a big old written interview, and we'll go over it, folks. Yes, we will. But I want to talk first and foremost about this campaign promise. Or I guess lack of a promise? It'll be hard to bring down grocery prices? Asked whether his presidency would be a failure if grocery prices don't come down, Trump responded it would not, while blaming the Biden administration for the way it handled the inflation that led to the higher food prices in the first place. I know nobody cares. I know that we live in a post-truth world. Everyone remembers that inflation hit everyone with COVID, and America recovered better than any other country in the G7 as a product of the Inflation Reduction Act that Republicans voted against, right? We all remember that? It's pretty remarkable. Look, in the G7, the black line here is America. For a while, we were on top, but then Inflation Reduction Act kicked us down below everyone else. And since then, it's only continued to level out at around 2 to 2.5%, which is exactly where you want inflation to be. Everything else is stalled higher, you know? I'm in the UK, and trust me, the economy is trash here. Yeah, but it matters more in America because American life is kind of contingent upon buying cheap slop. We don't have any local culture, so the only way we can feel good is if we buy cheap slop. Look, they got them up. I'd like to bring them down. It's hard to bring things down once they're up. You know, it's very hard, he said in the interview published Thursday. But I think that they will. I think the energy is going to bring them down. I think a better supply chain is going to bring them down. You know, the supply chain is still broken. It's broken. He did not specify how he would fix any supply chain issues, pivoting instead to complaints about the Biden administration's incentives for electric vehicles. Still love, even when the man is getting interviewed for his Person of the Year award in Time magazine, they still won't hold him to a point. Possibly because they know that once he's president, he'll have them killed for doing so. But like, it is crazy, like a direct question, and he can just not answer it, and no one ever calls him on it, ever. Like, he's done so many interviews, even when he's being interviewed by like so-called neutral, you know, organizations or journalists, nobody actually asks him. Joe Rogan, he's a pussy, doesn't do it. Theo Vaughn, pussy, doesn't do it. They're all pussies. Independent media, corporate media, none of them actually hold him to it. None of them actually like make him face any consequences for not directly answering a question with like a satisfying answer. Not like they give a shit. To a liberal, writing he did not specify is the biggest own ever. That's so True, because they're dickless, spineless little worms. Getting the president-elect to say like, he didn't answer, he actually pivoted. That's a win to them. They're like, oh, see how he pivoted? Yeah, I see. He's been doing it for a decade now. See, clearly, it's not having much of an effect on his electability. It's called a weave, and he's very good at it. He's very good at weaving. He ducks, he weaves. I saw a thing where he said America was the only country with Just Soleil. And the interviewer just let it pass. It's genuinely incredible. Yeah. What does Just Soleil mean again? That's right of soil. Like birthright citizenship. Not citizenship by blood, but by land. Yeah. Because he wants to get rid of naturalization. He wants to get rid of the naturalization clause. That's crazy. You saw him call Canada a state and Trudeau a governor? Yeah, but that's not because he's senile. That's because he keeps saying he wants to make Canada the US's 51st state. And because Justin Trudeau is maybe the most dickless man alive. He's not even like playing with it that much. It's crazy. Canada's had it too good for too long. Really? Because I hear it sucks over there. From what I hear, Canada has the same like issues America does with car-dependent infrastructure and like no local culture, but also like they're not even a cultural exporter the way America is. Like America is the center of the world. We are the stars in the sky. We are the sun that rises above the mountain. And in Canada, they have like 2 or 3 TV shows, I guess. Northern Lion. Hey, and Joseph Anderson, even if he chooses not to stream anymore. They made Cuphead. Yeah, they made Drake. They made Justin Bieber, so maybe not all cool. Hello, time traveler. What is it like in 2007 in the elementary school play yard? You traveled through time and space to share this with us. How's it going? How recent is this video?
As he called them, but yesterday, Trump got specific about those promised tariffs.
That's quite old. This is quite old. Just seeing it's down there in the bottom corner. Jesus Christ. Is MSNBC so washed right now that they're linking 2-week-old videos at the top of their Times interview analysis? Like there's no newer segment they can point to? Are they that low on like content? That's kind of crazy. MSNBC is about to fall, isn't it? I think you get more views than they do. Yeah, maybe. Thanks to Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, Democrats won't be controlling the NLRB until 2026. So we're basically undoing, I would say, 80 years of labor rights in a single presidential administration. Didn't Donald Trump literally tweet, if you spend more than $1 billion in America, then you're exempt from all regulations or something like that?